It's good? Okay. Hi, I'm Chris from Buddipole, and we're here at the Dayton Hamvention, new location this year. And this is year number 16 for Buddipole. So I was just asked to talk a little bit about our antenna system. And we have a couple examples of our antennas set up here. In the very back, we have our standard dipole system. This is a modular dipole system, and it operates from 2 meters to 40 meters right from the kit. We have ways to also put it on 60 or 80 meters, but essentially it's a horizontal dipole that can be reconfigured into a V antenna or an L. It's kind of in a modified sloper design right now. A lot of times I like to use it in like a lazy L, I call it, maybe something like this. Works very well. But the horizontal dipole is what we use most of the time. Very effective antenna, and again, 40 through 2 meters for that. We can also create a vertical from this antenna very easily, and we're doing that off the top of our a centerpiece. Like I do have one here. I don't know if you can get a good look at that. These are injection molded parts. We make almost everything at our shop or nearby in the state of Oregon. So this is nylon, fiberglass reinforced nylon, and they make manhole covers out of this stuff. So you can drive over this. I've done it in my 4-wheel drive vehicle, and nothing happens to it. So very rugged on the parts. And I'll show you a few other items. Maybe we'll start with the antenna, sorry. So the dipole in the back, and those systems come complete with tripods and masts, many accessories. We sell those packages, are very popular at the shows. This here is a 6-meter Yagi. And so this system, again, modular design, very versatile. Mix and match the parts to create different types of antennas. So this is just an example of a 2-element 6-meter antenna. 6 meters has been very good recently, a lot of activity on the bands. So we just wanted to illustrate how this is like a Lego set, and we make different antennas. We make a neat little J-pole out of the bag with no extra parts for 2 meters and 440. Sometimes we make the Yagis out of, this is a 3-element in the back here. This again is on 6 meters. We recently were down in the Caribbean in St. Lucia, entered a contest down there on 10 meters, set up a 3-element Yagi on 10, and did very well in that contest. Multi-operator and low power. So again, another way to make a gain antenna from the parts, and we do that up through 15 meters, 2 meters through 15 for the Yagis. We also make vertical arrays, like a vertical Yagi. The dipole in the back here, essentially you have 2 verticals. On each side is enough to make one half of the dipole to make a vertical antenna. I'll put those on separate masts. And the back one will be parasitic, a reflector. I'm not feeding it. I'm tuning it just below the band. And the second one will be a 1/4 wavelength in the front. That's the director. That one will be tuned just, let's see, that one will be just above the band. And so that will resonate in the middle of the band. And we have that for 20 meters through 10 meters. We're running that vertical array. With that package, you essentially have enough to do that. You need one more support and a couple of wires we run as the ground or elevated radials. There's a picture of that here. This was down in Bequia in the Caribbean, and I'm running a reflector back here, driven element in the front, and this one is fed. So just another example of how we're using our antenna system. What else can I tell you? I still have a little bit of voice. It's the second day of the show, and it's been nonstop. So we had a nice little break here at the end of the day, and I got a chance to talk to you. So I'm happy for that. I want to show you one other device since we're at this end at the moment. This is a newer product for Buddipole. I am sold out of them. This is the demo. But this is a solar controller, and it's also a voltage and current meter and a DC distribution device. So we can feed it from a solar panel. We can read out how much current, how much voltage and current, and how much current has passed since we've connected the solar panel. I can set alarms here. Hard to see probably, but on this OLED display, very good in direct sunlight, but a lower limit and an upper limit I've set on voltage alarms. So we'll have a buzzer that will beep at us to alert us that our battery is getting low, and we can turn off. We actually have an auto shut-off as well that you can set below the alarm. So the thicker line coming up from the bottom is going to be the amount of voltage that's in that battery pack at the moment, and it's 13.31 volts. Off this side, you'll feed the transceiver or other device, and if you're not keying down, if you're just sitting here, maybe if your solar panel is big enough, you'll watch this line creep up slowly as it's charging that battery pack from the solar panel. So this is a custom enclosure from a custom extrusion, Lexan labels on the back for the top level instructions, and Lexan membrane switch panel on the front, again with the OLED display. Much better than the LED displays in direct sunlight. So, and if we have another minute, I can walk down here, a little busier down here, show you a couple more items, and then maybe we call it good. So, okay. So I have a few other things. This is a mini Buddipole, so it's the same antenna, 16-foot wingspan as you saw earlier, but it's in a smaller package. And I typically use this when I'm out portable, operating out of a day pack. I take these are a shock-corded mast that's 8 feet in height, fits in this bag as well. This is a complete kit with our coax cables and a choke balun that comes with that. And so this again will be 40 through 2 meters. We're building all our own coax cables and doing our own injection molding on the ends, retention straps for strain relief, dust-proof and moisture-proof covers. A lot of effort went into these mil-spec cables that we make ourselves now. So that's all the cables. Our antennas are provided with cable when you purchase them. And this here, we've done a quick setup of a low-band vertical when we operate on 60 and 80 meters in particular. The horizontal dipole is low to the ground, so it's an NVIS antenna, which some people want. About a third of our market are emergency services operators, EMCOM operators involved, maybe Ares or Mars or a FEMA, Red Cross, those types of groups. And so we have a low-band coil. It's an air-wound coil, so the wire sitting off the dielectric. It's a better design for those lower frequencies. We're tapping the coil anywhere we want, so inside the ham bands, outside of the ham bands, doesn't matter. You can tap this to 20 meters if you want, but our smaller coils at that point, 20 through 10, are probably the better option. Our triple ratio switch balun, which matches down to 3 megahertz and through 2 meters at 3 different ratios to do impedance matching. Use it for the dipoles or the vertical. Very nice device. On the top, we have a rigid shock cord. It's a military-style adjustable whip. That's a shorter one, 22 inches per section, adjustable base, and laser-etched inch increments on the bottom. Very top is a blue stinger. I can see it's not out all the way, but normally I'd pull that out all the way. It's also laser etched at inch increments. So you can do fine tuning with that. These are very rugged whips, and I do a lot of those for commercial customers or military customers, or people going on de-expeditions where they might get a lot of abuse. Down at the far end is our deluxe package. The longer version, which has a longer mast, and it's not up all the way. It'll go up 20 feet. It's up about 16 feet at the moment. So That's a longer package that it's about 40 inches long. Maybe not quite as convenient as the one you saw initially, which was 23 inches. Fits into any suitcase. This one's a little bit longer, but you have a longer mast there. Same tripod with adjustable legs. You can put it on a slope and get that antenna directly straight up, which is how you want it. And we provide a guying kit with this system, and so even in quite a bit of wind, it's going to stay put. And that's just in a horizontal configuration at the moment. Sometimes we set it up as a V or as an L or that type of thing. And we also have a small vertical here, maybe our last thing here that I'll point out. We're tapping the coil there. And this is going to be 40 through 2 meters again. Just a smaller antenna. A lot of the guys with the KX3s or KX2s or 817s will take that.
The name of the antenna?
Sorry, this is the Buddy Stick antenna. And so I have some information and pricing there. Our website is buddipole.com, and Buddipole spelled with an I, buddipole.com. A lot of more information there. We have approximately 8,000 people. I think we're going to break 8,000 people this week or next week on our users group online. Free group that you can join and just join the discussion and see what people are talking about and different ways they're using the antenna. And I tell you, there's a lot of very unique ways and things that people are coming up with, and the company itself is trying to keep up with the ideas coming from our customers at this point. So we're doing our best, but sometimes it takes a while to come out with the new ideas and the new products. So if you have any questions, you can always email myself or somebody at our shop at info@buddipole.com or sales@buddipole.com. And you can reach us at our shop in Oregon any day, 8 until 4 o'clock usually. Call us at the shop. If you have questions, if you have a system and you want to set it up differently or you're having some difficulty, you can just call, and generally we have somebody there that can walk you through that. So again, I'm Chris with Buddipole, and thank you for the opportunity to talk to you today.